familiar with these faces. I'm kind of just waiting for a tag here.
Yeah, we got Jimwin and Steggo actually coming up. So that'll be a lot of fun to see. I'm not quite sure what we got on the players or the characters here. Toon is going to be our first up, and Peach.
Oh man, I haven't seen a Peach in a bracket in a minute. Like, obviously the standards are pretty high, but if you're able to accomplish a lot in neutral, doing pretty solid. Man,
oh my gosh, look at those graphics.
That's clean, okay.
We love to see that.
Getting right into it, starting with small battlefield. I'm seeing this a little bit more than, you know, the average PS2. I'm a fan of the stage. I also like kind of like the camera angles you get when you end up below stage. You can kind of see a little bit more of the action. But yeah.
I mean, 64%, now we got 37% here. I mean, this is two floaties fighting each other. We're going to see a lot of interesting interactions that you rarely see. Down air, going to be aggressive on the landing. Perfect stuff right there.
Yeah, right now I see Steggo kind of throwing out here a lot of neutral, a bit of risk, or actually Jimwin.
Looking for the up smash, not going to find it. A pretty even set so far here. About 100% respectively each player. Jimwin going to be walking forward with a bit of a lead. Back throw. Let's see how Steggo gets this. Oh, really unfortunate going above the ledge. Going to be a costly punish at that.
All right.
Oh, Stitch Face not going to be existing much long. Get the quick 20-something% off that.
Yeah, Jimwin right now can just kind of play this safe, you know, play it back a little bit. You do have to deal with Steggo as she kind of like throws out the boomerang, and you know, we're seeing a lot of utilizations of the tether grab in terms of like that spacing. Jimwin kind of feeling a little too comfortable here in this close space, and now we see Steggo able to close that out.
Yeah, Steggo just kind of rocking that stock at the last moments, and I mean, with Toon Link Rage, you could get a lot done. Really unfortunate uppy, not going to die for it though, not getting the favorable F smash there. Maneuvering just around the Stitch Face, great stuff, barely living it, great DI.
Oh, good utilization of that float there. That's one of the things that I remember initially. Like, if you think back to the beginning of Ultimate and people were like putting tier lists, Peach and Daisy, way up there. Yeah. Like, people were like, this is the character to like optimize. This character has ridiculous output. Then we also kind of saw a rise in terms of Toon Link, where we started seeing the conversation, wait, is this the best Link? Hold up. Like, still people say like Young Link, but I feel like I know more Toon Link representations in competitive by far.
And just another Stitch Face. That's a third Stitch Face in the past 3 minutes. Insane work right there. I don't know what RNG you got going, but keep it going. 110%, needs to find a way off ledge. Been a rough spot in the past. Not able to find the get-up option.
Or Steggo, he was in a pretty good spot, but the neutral get-up is going to cost that first game. Jimwin, 2-stock lead there.
Yeah, really unfortunate. I mean, Steggo was doing a great job of being able to recover. It's submission to recover against Peach with the turnip in hand to begin with. And I mean, what are you supposed to do against Peach floating? Like, as Toon Link, you're so floaty yourself, you're waiting to get hit. You can't drop down and re-grab. Peach has an option for that. It's just these constant threats from Peach are working out so well. And we're seeing Jimwin just rock it for the moment. So, see how game 2 changes up. Call it Earthbound for a reason. We got to keep it up in the graphics. Love to see it. Kalos counter pick.
You know, over here in the PNW, we're kind of a fan of Kalos. Some other regions, you don't really, like, I feel like this is a more spicy pick of stages. I feel like a lot of regions don't have this pick.
A lot don't. A lot of people opt to not have it there. I can't say I'm against it. It's a very interesting stage regardless, and a lot of people prefer to play on it. You love to see wall jumps applied. Not a lot of stages nowadays have that in there. I mean, Steggo right now trying to find her way through.
Like, Jimwin is just doing really well with the spacing, but once again, like I mentioned earlier, it's the funniest thing that Steggo is kind of able to interrupt that by going for these tether grabs. It's been working out a lot, but I'm also seeing Steggo, she kind of goes for some really high commitment options like the up special when it's not on shield, so it's quite risky. High recovery as well. You know, this is bracket right now, so you kind of have a little bit of those nerves going on.
Really unfortunate whiff punch there. Almost had the stock lead with that, but not able to fall down the double F tilt. That move being so fast was such a curse, unfortunately, right there. Working against Steggo. Or we're gonna, yeah. I mean, what are you supposed to do? Like Jimwin playing so reactively.
I feel like Steggo, she's in a pretty good spot here. Even though you rack up a few damage, if you get a good, solid neutral win, Toon kind of being one of those 1-2 characters.
Yeah.
Look after the dash attack here. I want to see a little bit more bomb play. Like when you're playing Toon, you kind of want to just have both things impressive. You want your boomerang, you want your bomb to set up for the vertical recoveries here. But man, that was dirty, Steggo. I see you.
Yeah, insane stuff right there. Jimwin putting up the heat, racking a lot of percent off of the Heavens platform. 43%. Oh, grab interrupting that flow. Great stuff. Able to start getting momentum here, keeping an advantage state going very well. 73% racked up.
All right. Okay, preemptive with the options. That's kind of like the trend that I'm seeing here, that Steggo needs to be really careful, because it's like we're seeing the Zair, or not the Zairs, but specifically the tether grabs a lot here, even in scenarios where it's quite risky.
Yeah, really interesting use. I don't see many Toon Links apply that as much as I've seen in this game so far. It is a great option to just kind of snuff up those jumps in neutral, but unfortunately, I mean, Peach floats. She doesn't really care that much. She's like, all right, cool. Let me just float again.
And the grabs are working in a lot of scenarios. If anything, I feel like that's why we're seeing it a lot from Steggo, is because, you know, she's kind of conditioned here to go for it because of how well Jimwin is spacing.
Yeah, no, Steggo is fighting an uphill battle. She has such limited options every interaction. Great up air, gonna sneak past that forward air. Oh, risky F smash, and gonna get not the optimal. Okay. I think that was the pan, unfortunately.
Still in this, not out just yet. Okay, a little risky. I like the coverage there with the forward tilt. Like the contest. Oh no, just a little high there.
Yeah, unfortunately. Trying to be safe, just grab ledge, but gonna fly right over. All right. Oh, we get here, great Z drop. Not gonna be enough. Great job on being able, oh, okay. Sneaky grab right there. She's gonna put herself back in the game. 150% Toon Link with Rage. Stacking up some percent real quick. Are we gonna see a down air? No, I wanted it. It's Palace, unfortunately, though.
Like, if I'm Steggo here, I want to start going for a few more safer options until you're certain of that kill.
Oh,
unfortunate. I feel like there might have been a little off of the DI there. Maybe not. It was pretty high percent.
Yeah.
But that will be the first game here on Stream of Singles, going into Jimwin with a Peach, a character we don't get to see too often.
Yeah, luckily out of NorCal, we're pretty lucky with it. We got two great Peaches, and I mean, Jimwin was doing such a great job. The float at ledge is such a key thing for Peach to do, and you could drift back and forth pretty freely. And we saw a lot of it with Jimwin just playing in neutral. These clips, almost all of them have a float into the aerial. Just like that, the forward is very deadly against floaty characters especially.
Yeah, well, that's just kind of how you have to utilize the most part of that toolkit there for the character. And Peach, you know, being able to float in the air, get that, you know, the aerial combos. Like, it is insane what you can get with Peach under the right circumstances. We don't tend to see those in bracket because a lot of them are not the most practical things.